Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about Bad Teacher, the 2011 film. When I first saw the trailer for this, I thought I have to see that, and that alone kind of gave me the impression that it was going to be brilliant, because I shouldn't admit this, but not very often will I see a new film and think, yeah, I want to go and see that if I'm not a fan of one of the actors in it. I do tend to go to see films more for the actor rather than the plot. Kind of horrors and thrillers aside, horrors and thrillers I will watch no matter who's in them, but rom-coms and things, I kind of need to at least like one of the actors in it. Now don't get me wrong, Cameron Diaz I think is fantastic, and what I've seen her in, she is great, but I won't go and rush out to the cinema or buy a DVD just because she is in it. So I kind of thought the fact that I want to see this straight away means it's going to be fairly good. Fingers crossed. Yes, 6 months in 2012, I finally got round to seeing it. And all I can say is I love this more than I thought I would. For those of you who haven't seen it, basically it is about a 7th grade teacher, Elizabeth Halsey, who is a very bad teacher. She's not in it because she enjoys teaching kids. She didn't want to be a teacher. She thought she could leave her job and go and marry her rich fiancé and live off of his money. But that backfired because basically he realised at the beginning of the film, he realises that she's just a gold digger and she's just in it for the money. And she's like, right, okay, I need to go back into teaching. Brilliant. And then she realises that she wants a boob job and it's going to cost her £10,000. And the film is basically to what length will she go to get that money, and at what cost, and what is it going to do to the children's education. And it's quite interesting how it turns out, because you'd think some of the things she does has a more positive impact than what you'd first think. You know, you think, oh, a really bad teacher who doesn't care for the kids needs 10 grand, how is she going to get it? You'd think of certain things, and certain things don't happen the way you think they would, which for me was really exciting, because there's nothing worse than a plot that just goes, you know, straight to plan. So for that aspect of it, I very much did enjoy it. The other thing I love about this is the cast and all of the characters. As I said before, wasn't really anybody in this that I was watching it for, but Cameron Diaz plays Elizabeth. She is fantastic. She is sensational. Jason Segel, or Segel, we're going to go with Segel, plays Russell. And he's not the main character, but he's quite important. And he is just such a sensational character. He has such an easy personality to warm to, and I thought I'd love to see him in more. And I actually started watching something last night, and I'm not going to say what it is because I'm going to talk about it in another video, which he's actually in. You probably know what it is, especially if you follow me on Twitter. And that was really quite exciting because I didn't know he was in it. And I just thought, oh, I'm going to go and watch this now. Oh, I was just watching him in that film, so it's quite nice. Lucy Punch plays Amy Squirrel. Oh my goodness, what a character and a half Amy Squirrel is. She's she's a teacher. Can't remember which grade she teaches, but she's a teacher, and her zest for life and her energy is just phenomenal. It's great. Justin Timberlake is in this, and I know that's an attraction for a lot of people. I didn't think I'd like him as an actor. I didn't think I'd like him in this, but I do. I very, very much do. I thought the character of Scott was brilliant. I have no complaints at all. I thought he was sensational. Phyllis Smith plays Lynn, who again is not a main character, but she does play some important parts. She's fantastic. One of those characters which has a lot of humour to it, and you think she is brilliant, and she's such a real character with such a true personality, as are most of the characters in this film, which is another aspect I love. It does make it more realistic and more believable. Even though some of the things are quite outrageous, it is still believable, because, you know, real life's not always quite simple. So yeah, two young actors. Obviously there are a lot of school kids in this because it's about a school. Two young actors stood out for me in particular. Caitlin Dever, a lot of names I can't pronounce here, played Sasha. Sasha is kind of basically me when I was at school. That is kind of who she represents to me. It's kind of scary because she's one of those characters which all the other kids hate, because, you know, she's a swot and she brings teachers cookies. Granted, I never brought teachers cookies, but you know what I mean. And Matthew J. Evans played Garrett, and I loved that character so much. I nearly cried. He's such a fantastic character, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to him, and he really adds quite a lot of volume to the story, and also to the character of Elizabeth as well. There are certain things she does which brings out parts of her other personality we don't get to see. However, there are also things she does involving Garrett which are unexpected. You know, you'd think she'd do the right thing when she doesn't. I'm not going to say in which moments, but he brings a lot to it, a lot more than just on the surface. Also, Paul Feig is in this as well. He has a brief 2 seconds on camera in the car wash, an uncredited role. I was so excited. I was like, I love Paul Feig, as many people know. I love him as Mr. Poole in Sabrina. Fantastic director as well. Yeah, so Bad Teacher was sensational. Cast, phenomenal. Plot, great. Plot development, fantastic. Directing, nothing fancy, but obviously with rom-coms and things, you're never going to get directing as intricate as you do with thrillers or action films and things like that, you know. But it is brilliant. There are some very good close-up shots of specific things. Script is fantastic, very funny in moments, very emotional in others. Loved it start to finish. So happy I've seen it. Please let me know your thoughts on Bad Teacher, and I will see you all next time. Bye!